The workout that extends your life. Most. If you are in the strongest third of the population, you are half as likely to die between the ages of 40 and 60 as someone in the weakest third. That single statistic fundamentally changes how we should think about exercise. Most people understand, at least vaguely, that physical activity is good for you, but far fewer understand why it is good or which types of exercise matter most for long-term health, brain function, and survival. Exercise is often framed as an aesthetic pursuit, something we do to look better, lose weight, or fit into certain clothes. But this framing misses the point entirely. The real power of exercise lies not in appearance, but in longevity, disease resistance, and functional independence. To understand this, we need to explore what actually happens inside the body when we exercise, particularly inside the heart, muscles, brain, and connective tissues. Exercise is not one thing. One of the most important concepts to understand is that exercise is not a single activity. When people hear the word exercise, they often think of running, walking, swimming, or cycling. These are examples of endurance or rhythmic exercises characterized by repeated cyclical movements performed over time. When you walk, for example, you alternate steps with the right and left legs, often repeating this motion more than 100 times per minute. When you run, that number may increase to 160 repetitions per minute. Every time your muscles contract during these movements, they push blood back toward the heart. This increases the volume of blood returning to the heart, creating what physiologists call a volume overload. This volume overload causes the heart to adapt. During exercise, the heart literally becomes larger and more efficient, improving its ability to pump blood. Over time, this adaptation reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, a crucial benefit, considering that 1 in 2 people will die from heart disease. Rhythmic exercise includes far more than just running or cycling. Dancing, swimming, rowing, and even brisk walking all fall into this category. Anything involving repeated movement over time qualifies and contributes to cardiovascular health. Resistance training, the missing piece. The second major category of exercise is resistance or strength-based training, which involves moving against a significant load. This does not require lifting massive weights. Even body weight exercises, such as squats, push-ups, or carrying heavy objects during gardening or manual work, can provide sufficient resistance. During resistance exercise, muscles contract forcefully for short periods, temporarily restricting blood flow within the muscle. This creates a different stimulus for the heart. Instead of pumping against increased volume, the heart must now pump against higher pressure. This pressure overload strengthens the heart muscle itself, much like resistance training strengthens the biceps or quadriceps. As a result, endurance exercise and resistance exercise provide 2 distinct and complementary benefits for the cardiovascular system. One improves volume handling, the other improves pressure tolerance. Both are essential for a resilient heart. Muscles, mitochondria, and energy. Beyond the heart, exercise has a profound impact on skeletal muscle. During rhythmic endurance exercise, muscles increase their number of mitochondria, the tiny structures responsible for producing energy. This explains a common paradox. Exercise makes you tired in the short term, but more energetic over time. By increasing mitochondrial density, exercise literally enhances your muscles' ability to produce energy for daily life. Resistance exercise, on the other hand, increases the amount of contractile protein in muscle fibers. This makes muscles not only larger, but also stronger. Strength matters far more than most people realize, not just for movement, but for survival itself. Strength as a predictor of life expectancy. Perhaps the most striking finding in exercise science is that muscle mass and strength relative to body size are the strongest predictors of lifespan. Stronger individuals live longer. This is not a metaphorical statement, it is a literal biological truth. People in the strongest third of the population are 50% less likely to die between ages 40 and 60 than those in the weakest third. Even more striking, individuals in the strongest third are 1/4 as likely to die from cancer. Importantly, strength does not prevent cancer from occurring. Instead, it allows people to survive the treatments. Chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery place enormous stress on the body. Approximately 30% of cancer deaths are due not to cancer itself, but to muscle weakness and physical decline. Without sufficient strength going into treatment, many people simply cannot endure it. Exercise and brain health. Exercise is also one of the most powerful tools for preserving neurocognitive function. Cardiovascular fitness is the single best predictor of brain performance across the lifespan. Fitter individuals think more clearly, process information faster, and retain memory better. One surprisingly strong predictor of dementia risk is grip strength. Stronger individuals are significantly less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative conditions. This connection highlights how deeply intertwined muscle health and brain health truly are. Stronger bodies also move better. Improved balance, coordination, and proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position in space, reduces the risk of falls. This is critical because a single traumatic fall, such as a hip fracture, can reduce life expectancy in older adults to less than 1 year. Exercise protects against this not only by strengthening bones and muscles, but by sharpening the brain's ability to react quickly and correctly. Conclusion: exercise as a survival strategy. Exercise is not about aesthetics. It is not about vanity, youthfulness, or superficial fitness goals. Exercise is a biological survival strategy. It strengthens the heart, preserves muscle, protects the brain, prevents falls, improves resilience to disease, and dramatically extends life expectancy. The strongest people do not just look better, they live longer, think better, and survive more. The evidence is clear. A combination of endurance exercise and resistance training, performed consistently, but not excessively, offers the greatest return on investment for human health. In the end, the message is simple, but profound.